Hey, what up, TYT Nation? I want to talk a little bit about political corruption in America. I'm not going to dwell too much on the problem. I think we all get it. Politicians run for office, they raise millions of dollars, and then once elected, oh, look at that, they work for the people who pay them. So it's an obvious point. I want to talk more about how we solve it. Right? Now, most people talk about public financing of elections as sort of the best and probably only way to remove the corrupting influence of money on our politics. And I get that, and I understand how that would solve the corruption problem. But the issue that I have with the completely publicly financed election process is it's just not fair to the people who are trying to corrupt the election process. Like, they're Americans too, except when they're foreign companies, so I don't see why they have any less right than you and I do to buy our government and destroy our country. So rather than make them the bad guys and do some sort of reform that pushes them out of the process completely, what I want to do is implement something that keeps the veneer of change and reform, but doesn't really offend any entrenched special interests. So, like, I think our focus should be is we don't want to change the game, we want to play the game a little bit better. So what I'm proposing is a way to streamline the election process, get rid of some of the things people don't like, but still keep true to the integrity and sort of the core of what our elections are all about. So, here's how it works. First of all, we shorten the election process to 1 year. This whole permanent campaign just gets on people's nerves. Mitt Romney's been running for president nonstop pretty much since 2007, and I can't stand the sight of his face anymore. So they get exactly 1 year, and that 1 year point from election day, that's when you file, that's when everything gets going. As far as filing, same rules basically. You gotta be 35 or older, natural born citizen. The only difference I'd make is you have to file with a major party. So Republicans and Democrats only, nobody likes third parties, and they screw up my little system. So, beyond that, anybody can file as many people as want. So, what you do for that 1 year, you start raising as much money as possible. We're going to take away all restrictions on it. You don't even have to go through super PACs. It's all direct contributions in any amount from anybody, from individuals, from corporations, unions, foreign companies, even foreign governments. Anybody can give as much money as they want. So, candidates can spend money, but they shouldn't, because once we get to the middle of August, like right around when conventions are normally, you'll take all the Democrats and all the Republicans, and for each candidate, you'll total it up, the amount of money they've raised, subtract the money they've spent, and whoever has the highest bottom line in each party, they get to be the nominee. So then the runners-up in each party, they'll roll the money that they've raised over into the winner's fund. So, and then at that point, they'll pick their running mates and have big speeches and whatever. So now you have about 2.5 months to go until the election. You got Republican ticket, Democratic ticket, both sitting on a big pile of cash that they and the runners-up have raised. So then they get back into it. For another 2.5 months, the president and vice presidential candidates raise as much money as they can, unlimited amounts from anybody. Then you get to election day, if you still want to call it election day. It's still going to be the first Tuesday after the first Monday of November. But you do the same thing. Whoever has the highest bottom line, their total money raised minus expenses, they get to be the president. And then, once again, the loser's money gets rolled over into the winner's account. So what you have now is President-elect, if you want to call him that, sitting on this big, giant bank account. And the beautiful thing is they can do whatever they want with this money. Like, if he wants to use it on government projects, he can do that. If he wants to use it to build a house with a car elevator, that's cool. If he wants to just use it to give money back to the donors that gave him money in the first place, go for it. He can do whatever he wants. And what kind of inspired this for me is every 2 years I see just the millions and millions and millions of dollars we spend on elections. It's on ads and flyers and these massive political organizations. And for what? It's just something so temporary. And I just got to think, all that money that we spend getting elected, if we could put that money toward education, or even better, just write it as a check to oil companies, that would be much more efficient and much less wasteful, because you're spending all this money on something that only lasts for 2 years. So this, again, just sort of streamlines it, still keeps the core of what our elections are all about, but also gives the president-elect a lot more flexibility in rewarding their donors, and you don't have to deal with ethics rules or anything like that. The last thing I'd say is, I know one criticism of this plan would be the kind of radical idea of getting rid of voting. Look, I know we like voting in America, but it's still democratic. Like, anybody can give, so I might not be able to give $11 million to a candidate, but I can give $11, so I still have a voice. And frankly, voting is a pain in the ass. Like, that's why 40 to 60% of us don't even do it. You have to find your precinct, wait in line. No, better to just give money to a candidate. And if you're not the kind of person who cares and is engaged enough to donate to a candidate, you're probably not the kind of person who would vote anyway. So I think this changes nothing. So that's kind of the gist of my proposal. I know it's got some glitches, but we could work it out. The alternative, and like I mentioned before, I like public financing. I just don't see that happening since we're relying on these already corrupted politicians to actually pass the law. I guess we could try to circumvent them by doing some sort of constitutional amendment, but that would be hard.